After I defeated King Orvax, Marius the First stood there in my Super Saiyan 3 Infinity form. As I spoke to King Nerus calmly, I asked him, "Where is my old friend King Atlan?" And then Nerus said nervously as he chuckled, "You don't remember me, do you? You saved me and my daughter and the rest of my family years ago." "I remember you, Beander. I was there, my family and I almost felt our death, but you used your powers to catch us in mid-air. I was much younger then, and then I calmed down and I decreased my powers to my original first divine form." And then Nerus' eyes widened as he saw me standing in the same form. Everyone that's older saw all those years ago, and everyone gasped in shock and surprise, and they said loudly, "It's the savior of Atlantis, the Beander," and they all cheered. And then I said to Nerus, "I need to talk to you in private. It's about a personal matter, Nerus." And then we went back to my new private council room, and I spoke to King Nerus with my hands behind my back. I said in a loud tone, "So how is your daughter Mara, King Nerus?" And he said, "She's fine. Why are you asking, my lord?" And I said, "I want to ask you for something. Soon my son will be of age. He grows rapidly with each day, and he will soon become a man, a very handsome and strong man. I was just curious how old your daughter Mara is, and if my son can marry your daughter Mara." And he said, "My daughter is now 24 years old. She's old enough to marry my king when it's time, and it will be soon. My son will want to marry her. I see the future just like any of the gods, old Nerus, and I know my son will fall in love with your Mara. Your kingdom will benefit greatly from this marriage, and I know it since my father is a god, the true god. Then I know you and your family would love this opportunity for your daughter to be married to the son of a god." And he said, "Yes, my lord, I will make her and my family aware of this matter, and she will marry your son soon. May I ask what his name is, your highness?" And I said, "My son's name is Arthur Curry Hart. My original human name was James Hart." And he said, "I understand, my lord. I will see that she knows his name and everything." "Was there anything else, sir? Are you sure you don't know where King Atlan is?" And then Nerus began to tell me the legend that I heard many times from Atlana. He said that he should be in the Lost Kingdom protected by the giant sea monster of legend. But I will tell you something no one else knows. I think King Atlan is still alive somehow. All of our kind was blessed by Poseidon ages ago to survive underwater, as you already know this, but I have received messages from him and I think he's still alive and very old, but he's still alive. He's in the Lost Dinosaur Kingdom, you said." And he said, "Yes, you see, someone made it there before. It was a book called Journey to the Center of the Earth. A man, I can't remember his name anyway, a human made it there in one piece. It's somewhere near your home. It's in Italy, and I think he did that on purpose." And I started thinking about my old friend Atlan, and I think my new wife Queen Atlana will want to meet her great-grandfather. And he told me the coordinates to maybe find Atlan alive or find his remains. He wasn't sure. And then me and Atlana got married, and Arthur Curry, my son, grew to look just like Jason Momoa, and I was very surprised and happy that my son grew up looking the same as he did in the movie Aquaman. And I told him stories of his grandpa God, and I told him of his great-grandfather King Atlan, and I gave him all my infinite knowledge, and I even ended up saving the life of the real Tom Curry. But he just walked away and went on with his life drinking at his bar, and I sighed as I thought about the original story. I felt melancholy, and Atlana said, "What's wrong, my love?" And I said, "Nothing. I'm just happy that I could be a part of all your lives." And Atlana smiled big and she kissed me passionately, and I returned the kiss as always. And then I explained, "I am not sure if you know this, Atlana, but I'm married to other women, and I'm one of the very few men on this planet involved in a polygamous marriage with many women that love me very much. I'm sorry to drop this on you now, but I need to go see a young woman that I care about, but I'm always with you." And then I created a clone similar to me, and I said, "This is me. He's just like me in every way. I promise you. I must go for now, but the real me will return soon, I promise." And she said, "I know about your other wives. I saw you with one of them, a beautiful black-haired woman with blue eyes. They called her Xena, the warrior princess. Is she still your wife?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, she's still my first wife actually." And Atlana said, "I want to meet them soon, all of them, even your Wonder Woman I heard so much about over the years. Yes, I will introduce you all later. See you soon." And then I flew back to Mazikeen, and she was making love to two of my clones, and I could still feel everything that my clones could. She had been making love to my clones.